at LAX as this airline now makes its approach. Trace, are you there? Trace Gallagher? Well, as you can see, we'll get back to Trace. William Longinus is in Los Angeles. William.
Yeah, it looks like, Sean, it's probably crossing the 405 very quickly now. It does look like it's pretty close to the airport. It's coming down, as you can see, very gently at this point. What they hope, it's kind of controversial using that foam. Trace indicated that they were using it. It's possible, if the plane is slow enough, that that front landing gear may not actually snap right away. It could grind a little bit and bring the plane down, or slow the plane down quite a bit. And as you know, the rescue vehicles, okay, it is right over the runway right now.
There it is.
Let's watch.
And there it is, just as basically they have been telling us now, the professionals, nose up, and that slowly it would come down, and they're looking to see if the wheels would straighten out or if there would be any sparks flying. But again, the wheels going back from the rear wheels, and now it is down. You see some smoke coming out of the front wheels there. But the plane is beginning to make a stop.
Oh, it's still holding.
It's still holding, but it seems to be. There's the sparks that they predicted would occur. So obviously those wheels did not straighten out at the end there, but those are the exact same sparks that the NTSB told us would probably occur. A little scary to watch now. The JetBlue flight appears to be successfully now coming to a halt. And obviously in just seconds here we're going to see rescue crews coming over to this airline. But now after it's now been officially 3 hours up in the air, there you have it, 139 passengers on board JetBlue Flight 292, which had left Burbank Airport. Bob Hope Airport has now successfully and apparently landed now at Los Angeles International Airport. Trace Gallagher is back there on the ground. Trace, looks like...
I can tell you right now, the people on board that plane, you can't hear, but there's a big round of applause that is going on because it seems to us, you know, we don't know until this plane is evacuated, but it seems to us like this thing has successfully landed. I mean, that's a very tough deal right there. Yeah. And the rescue crews will do their work right now, but for all intents and purposes, this thing, I think, turned out a lot better. I take that back. This thing turned out as well as everybody hoped.
Well, Peter Goals is still with us, too. He is the former managing director of the National Transportation Safety Board. Peter, I got to tell you, you and all the professionals we have spoken with tonight basically predicted with certainty exactly how this would end up. And obviously the preparations and procedures that are in place work very well tonight, thankfully, for the people on board and for the crew. Are you there, Peter? We don't have Peter.
We don't have Peter.
We lost Peter, but in Los Angeles we have William Longinus. William, obviously everything that all our experts on the program predicted tonight came to pass, thankfully, as these procedures and the practices that have been put in place clearly work perfectly.
Well, you know, that landing gear, you got to imagine how, I don't know the weight of that airplane, but the landing gear did not snap as some predicted, but it simply ground down. The wheels, obviously, you could see them smoking. Those probably disappeared and disintegrated within a few seconds. And then the metal itself, it stuck, or it was able to withstand this. And it's really, I want to say, miraculous. They used about 95% of the runway, so they used everything that they had. So it was a good decision to go to LAX. But it's really quite amazing that it withstood the weight of that airplane, that little stick in the front.
William, stay with us. We do have Trace. Trace, I hope you're hearable right now. You're at LAX.
I'm at LAX, yes.
And can you tell us what's going on where you are right now and what you're looking at?
Well, as William told you, we're on the backside of the runway out, and we saw this thing come down. We saw it hit, and we saw the sparks fly, and then we kind of lost sight of it. And then, of course, the emergency trucks followed down the runway. And yeah, it is amazing, but keep in mind, you know, that the front landing gear